When I think about using data after the lesson, I'm really thinking about reflection. So, as a teacher, I'm reflecting on these questions and then deciding how to move forward. So, those questions include: what summative assessment did you carry out today? So, was there a summative assessment of some sort? Did you have an exit ticket? What was that? What did your students do with that? What does that data tell you about your students' proficiency after your lesson? And what will you do to follow up on any gaps or misconceptions? So again, within that gaps and misconceptions, you can think about spiral opportunities plan so you can keep that material fresh. Maybe you had to clarify some things for students that had misconceptions and you want to make sure that they really hang on to that new idea so you can spiral back to it in the future to ensure that that's the case. You might have reteaching plan due to students needing additional instruction. So maybe you realized it wasn't as easy as rephrasing what you said. You need to really do a full reteach because the way that you approach this topic wasn't something that students were able to access. And you might want to plan groups, or maybe you want to have some individual interventions planned, but you want to think about those things as well. So if you are fortunate enough to have a co-teacher or push and support, you could utilize the other members of staff as well to help with some of that, especially if you're doing individual intervention. That can be a little more time consuming and it can be a little bit more hard to manage during a class period. But the important thing is you're using this data to think about moving forward. How can I plan my lessons to support the data that I have found and support the students in filling some of these gaps the data has told me they have? Or conversely, if you assess your students and it shows they have no gaps, they've grasped everything and they're moving through the content quicker than you anticipated, how can you build in some additional challenges and some deeper understandings for students to help push them further?